When would you integrate VR into teaching and learning? Perhaps instead of a real-life experience that would be too expensive for a class field trip, too dangerous a location to visit, or possibly somewhere that's physically inaccessible, or it's a place or a scenario that is non-existent in reality. That can be a recreation of a bygone era, a historical period, or a purely hypothetical scenario. The image here is of a tour of the International Space Station. Why would you consider VR for teaching and learning? VR is multimodal. It's audio, it's visual, and if it's interactive and immersive, it's somewhat experiential. Usually with a virtual environment or augmented reality, the learners drive the exploration, so it's learner-directed exploration. When it's immersive, it reduces distraction. Wearing a VR headset, there are no other distractions. You're completely immersed. These three aspects are thought to increase learner engagement. In teaching and learning, we like to use scenarios and case studies. Imagine that in VR, learners could fully interact within that scenario, record their actions, review the experience, and analyze their actions. VR can provide a safe space to practice something you're still learning about. You can probably see why medical education would have adopted VR for training, to have students practicing surgical interventions in simulated environments before ever practicing them on a live patient. But also think of something like language learners. Students are often shy about actually speaking the language, so imagine a virtual environment where they get to have a conversation with an avatar in the target language, and they get to hone their oral language skills. VR provides an opportunity to experience another's perspective. Imagine firsthand seeing what someone else's reality might look like. This could possibly foster empathy, which in turn could enhance problem solving, not only in disciplines such as social work, but more generally in any kind of design-related discipline. Embodied cognition. There is a well-developed school of thought that suggests that we learn not only with our minds, but through movements of our bodies. So if you're interacting in a virtual environment, not only processing information, but actually interacting with gestures, this could enhance learning.